let's talk grades. All right, we want to talk defense. Let's go check it out. Um, right here, Chris says, let me guess, Kinlaw is at the bottom of the list again. He is close to the bottom. The two bottom players, I don't like starting off negative, but I'll allow this comment. Yeah, I feel like it kind of directs us. Kevin Givens, I thought, had his worst game as almost a pro. And I thought Kevin Givens made this huge jump. And, I even put out on Twitter that I thought he was one of the most developed players that the 49ers have truly developed in a long time. Because, again, undrafted free agent, been with the system for 3.5 years now. And he just was putting up solid, consistent play probably 5 games in a row ever since Armstead went out. Like, Givens has been, outside of Hargrave, he's been the best defensive tackle we've had in those absences. Well, along came Samuel Cosme, who, if you listen to our scouting report, I said, like, there's no blue chip players on this team. The only ones that are playing, there's 2 blue chip players that are playing, Terry McLaurin and the right guard, Samuel Cosme. I was like, that's it. That's all that Washington has on offense. Defense, Jonathan, Allen and Deron Payne. Those are their 2 guys on defense. But I was like, they got 2 and 2. That's it. Cosme embarrassed the hell out of Givens repeatedly all game. Now, Kinlaw played good against Cosme, but terrible against the other offensive guard. And so, the NFL is a matchup league. I say it all the dang time. And what is Kinlaw best at? He's big, tough, and strong. And I really did think that, Givens, you look at those first or those second quarter drives where it was just like, oh man, they're driving with ease. A lot of that was because they were just blowing Givens off the ball, couldn't do anything, and they were just attacking that player. You put in 99, he shut it down, and that's where we got the turnover in that third quarter. Now, did Kinlaw have an overwhelming positive game? No. You look at the scores, Givens had a 28.6, lowest for the 49ers. Kinlaw second lowest with a 42.7. Stats are almost non-existent for both of those guys. Randy Gregory, third lowest. Chase Young, fourth lowest. Logan Ryan, fifth lowest. But even Hargrave, he was low too. So Sebastian Joseph Day, the new addition, he got 11 snaps, didn't show up in the stat sheet at all. He had a 56.6 grade. I'll have to wait till the film comes out. He didn't get that many snaps. He really, really didn't. Now, let's focus on the positives. Charvarius Ward, all pro. I'm just saying it right now. All pro Charvarius Ward. That dude, number 1 rated player, 91.5, goes out there, 3 tackles, 1 solo stop, was targeted 3 times, gave up 2 catches for 4 yards. That's it. 2 catches for 4 yards and got a pick. Unbelievable. Had a 30.6 passer rating when targeted. Charvarius Ward's been amazing. That dude, and I've been screaming it all season, if he could just get his hands on the damn ball and get the interception, he'd be an all-pro. Now, he corrected that the last 3 weeks. The dude's just playing lights out. So shout out to Charvarius Ward. He was number 1. Dre Greenlaw, second highest rated player, 88 grade, super high. Led the team in tackles. He was just all over the place. Now, he was targeted a lot. Dre Greenlaw was. He was targeted 7 times, gave up 5 catches, which that's bad, but only 25 yards. The dude, it was just the quick little curl routes right in front of him, or, getting the screen, the running back leaking out, and he was right on top of it every time. He was great. Diamador Lenore, number 3, which is crazy to me. He had 1 missed tackle, but the interception was huge. Nick Bosa, he was next. Then Tayshaun Gibson. That's the defensive. Now, what's crazy is there's only 3 missed tackles that were attributed from Pro Football Focus. Chase Young, Demo, and Logan Ryan all had 1. And I thought Logan Ryan was fine. Not a playmaker, but him stepping in for that safety spot, hopefully we get the rookie back. But that's kind of the difference when you have a vet. You have Logan Ryan so much closer to Tayshaun Gibson. They're always where they need to be. They're slow. They're patient. They're savvy. They recognize things, but they're not explosive. You look at Huff. You look at Jair Brown. They're just hats on fire, running around like a crazy person, good or bad. You don't get that with Logan Ryan. You don't get that with Tayshaun Gibson. They're slow, chill, calm, collected. And so, is that a bad thing? Now, Jair Brown's banged up. Yeah, Logan Ryan should get all those snaps next week. He should not rest. He should get into the system and get used to calling things. And I fully expect him to be out there. Now, I hope that they call up somebody else. Eric Harris, how many snaps did he get? He didn't get too many. I think he only got 4. Yeah, he got 4 snaps. The other free safety that was elevated, he got 4 snaps. Isaiah Oliver got 4 snaps. Robert Bill got 4 snaps. Samuel Womack got 4 snaps, right? So they came in late. So not really anything special there, but those are the type of guys that you want to start getting these snaps. Now, before we leave the defense, I do want to hear some from the man himself, Fred Warner. And, talking about this defensive performance, which second quarter was really the only success that they had. First quarter shut down. Second quarter, they had those 2 drives, got 10 points. Third quarter, nothing. Fourth quarter, nothing. They had less than 250 total yards. Defense was stellar. This was one of the most dominating defensive performances. You forced 2 turnovers, all the 3 and outs. You just had that second quarter that was a little rough. Well, here's Fred Warner talking about, well, what about the defensive performance?
There's things to clean up for sure. I'm always wanting us to go out there and pitch a shutout and stop hold them to 0 yards, get 15 takeaways, but. This is the NFL. At the end of the day, you got to come out. You got to earn a win. I think we earned it. First half was a little sloppy. I think second half we cleaned things up and we got after him a little bit. Got those 2 takeaways were big by Mooney and Demo. And so we just got to continue to find ways to get better.
And so that's key. Like when you had the game against the Ravens, you had Fred Warner step it up, saying, I'm the standard. I have to play better. The defense could have bailed out the offense. We didn't get takeaways. We missed that opportunity. You got your takeaways here. You got 2 takeaways, and they were driving in the third quarter. They were driving. And I put out there, I did a little Nostradamus there. I was like, this is going to be a 49ers turnover. Seemed like they were about to score. We got that pick. That changed the game. From that point on, the game was over. And Kyle was asked about Mooney Ward and just how well he's playing. Let's listen to Kyle just talk. And I'm sorry, guys. Charvarius Ward's turned into like my favorite 49er. It's Dre Greenlaw, but Mooney Ward's getting up there. And I don't know how long we're going to keep on. I know that we did a little bit of an extension there. I'll look up his contract as I play this video, but Mooney Ward is rising on most beloved 49ers currently.
Yeah, he's had a hell of a year. That was thought it was a good call by Steve calling 0. Quarterback had to get rid of it, and Mooney was all over him, and then he made the catch. Wish they would have blown it earlier because watched him use a lot of effort, but it was cool to watch him almost score. I wasn't sure if he was down or not, but he's been playing his ass off for a little bit now and keeps getting better.
And let's be honest, I'm going to always do this. I'm going to bring it back to, talking about our DC. If you don't like 0 blitzes, you were one of the ones that's like, oh, we got to change this guy. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? You don't get that interception without the 0 blitz. You don't get it. That was Wilkes. Wilkes did that. And so you live and die by that blitz. I don't like it. I love cover 1 blitzes where you leave a safety there and you can blitz 6, not 7. Like I like that, but we just weren't getting pressures. If we look at, we only had 15 total pressures on the game. Hargrave had 4. Bosa had 6. That leaves the rest of the defense with all 1s and whatever else. Actually, Cleveland Farrell had 3. It was 3 guys. It was just 3 guys. But Charvarius Ward continued just to play lights out. Now, the contract to Charvarius Ward, I just looked it up on Spotrac. It's not good. Next year, he's signed. He's got a $17.9 million cap hit. That's fine with the way he's playing. He's playing above that. The problem with Charvarius Ward, and this was the Nick Bosa deal, I don't want to get too much into cap stuff. He's got 3 void years, and they are gigantic void years. He's got a $12 million cap hit, and he's not even on our team in 2025. So I think a restructure probably will take place. Personally, I hope so, because that dude's getting paid with or without us. So you got him next year. He'll be back 2024. We got Charvarius Ward. He'll be 30 in 2029 or 2025. So that's going to be something to watch. He's earned the money. He's earned it, and he pushed it forward. This is an undrafted free agent that pushed money forward. You don't see that very often. That's big for me.
the 49ers Rush podcast.